Hi guys, this is Darg. I'm going to go over a couple of ways of talking to other people and communicating with others when you're in guild, when you're in a party, and when you're just in the world in general. Taz is going to be helping me out. I'm going to be talking to him a couple of different ways so you can see all the different opportunities you have for communicating and all the tools you have at your hand. So when you're in WoW, generally when you want to talk, you just hit enter and the say box will come up. Most of you guys have already played around with changing where you're talking, what channel you're talking in guild or in party or whispering. But I'm going to go over those again just so you have a good sort of foundation for it. So when you hit enter, here you can say anything. So you can say hello world and spell it right. And it'll pop up over your head and you're saying that. Only people in your sort of immediate vicinity can hear that. People with more than about 40, 50 yards or something aren't going to be able to hear that at all. So basically it's just for when you need something really quick, you can maybe just say it. The big channel that we're going to use is the guild chat. So when you hit enter to switch into guild chat, just type / and G, and that'll change your text entry box into your guild entry. So you can say, type into your guild box, and that way the whole guild, no matter where they are, can see you as long as they're logged on. So even if they're in another part of the world, they're going to be able to see and respond to that. If you want to talk to someone specific, like let's say I want to talk to Taz here, there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can hit enter, type / and W, which is a whisper. That means only Taz is going to be able to hear that whisper. No one else can see that or read it or hear it or anything. It's just between you and whoever you're talking to. So you can type W and type his name, Taznak. And once you hit space, you'll see it changes to a purple, and it'll say that you're whispering to Taz. So I'm going to say this is a whisper. So you can use the keyboard just like you type into guild chat, where you do /G to get into guild chat. You can do /W and the player's name to do the whisper. However, that's not necessarily the easiest way of doing that. That way you have to remember how they spell it. Sometimes characters have really weird names, really long names. Another way of doing it is if you're nearby, you can target the player. So here I've targeted Taz. He's in my target. There's me, there's Taz. If you right click on his portrait, you can actually click down and do a whisper. So if you ever encounter someone who has a really weird or long name, sometimes it's just random characters, this is a much easier way than having to type it out. So you can do right click their portrait, do whisper, and oops, typos today. So that's a really easy way of doing that. Target the player, right click, and you'll notice that there's a bunch of other things that you can do when you right click their icon. We'll get into those in another video. What if the player isn't nearby though? What if they're somewhere else in the world? Well, if they're in the guild, you can open up our guild panel. That's either going down here on your action bar and clicking it, or you can use your keyboard. By default, it's the letter J. We'll open it and close it. So here you can do basically the same thing. Right click, you can whisper, you can target them, you can do all kinds of different stuff. So right click is your friend. One other way of doing it is if you see them in the chat panel themselves, you can also do a right click, and there you can do a whisper, do any kinds of other things that you want in there. Not quite as many options as when you have them targeted, but still much easier. That way if you're in a city and someone's trying to sell something, or you want to group up with them, you can just see their chat, right click them, and then whisper. Finally, in order to talk, if you're in the city and you need to find some help or want to ask other people who maybe not guild members, here's trade channel. Trade channel is generally filled with a bunch of griefers and trolls and all kinds of stuff. But there are helpful people in there as well, so you can use trade chat. To do that, you have to be in one of the major cities, Orgrimmar or Durotar or one of the other, or Thunderbluff or one of the other major cities. Generally will be in Orgrimmar. To do it, just hit enter, type / and 2. That's going to put you into the trade channel. Basically, there's a bunch of different trade channels. Trade is the one most people use and look at. There's also general, there's guild recruitment, and there's some other one that I can't remember. But trade is the one that most people look at. So again, enter /2, and that'll put you into trade chat. Now I'm say whatever, I don't want to type because people will give you grief. So those are the basics of communicating with other people. Thanks, Taz, for helping me out. I'll be posting more videos on some of the basics and some of the how to get around in this World of Warcraft. So thanks for watching, and see you in class.